Welcome to the Tech Island podcast powered by Payabl. I'm Tanya Romanyukha, General Manager of TechIsland, and I'm an expat who chose Cyprus as a place to live and work.
And I'm Artemis Pnevmatikou. I am the head of PR and communications at TechIsland, and I am a local who left and decided to come back.
Together we reflect what TechIsland is about. Locals and expats working together to transform Cyprus into a tech hub. And through this podcast, we're analyzing what exactly this means, what is the impact on us, on society, on locals, on expats. And today we're happy to have also guests, locals and expats.
So today we're talking about how the tech industry has reshaped the job market. Back in the day, Cypriots used to have to leave to find good opportunities to work, and they used to go and live abroad. But now there's a huge tech industry building in Cyprus, and it has so many great opportunities that you can work in Cyprus and have a global career. So we have two amazing guests today with us to discuss this and understand what are these opportunities and what you can do to be part of this.
Yes, I'm happy, girls, that you're joining us today. You both represent big companies, leaders in your own industries. You are nurturing this talent in Cyprus. You are relocating talent from abroad, actually, and also improving the local talent pool. Xenia, you represent Exness. Jolita from Payabl. Thank you for joining. Maybe you both can tell a little bit about yourself, starting with Xenia.
Thank you so much, ladies. I'm also very excited about this topic. I was looking forward to have such a discussion. It's indeed a very important element in Cyprus at the moment, and I see a lot of discussions around that. Before to start, a few words about myself. I'm working at Exness for the past almost 8 years. Yes. So I saw this organization growing from around 100 people to more than 1,000, almost 200 soon in Cyprus, just in Cyprus, and expanding to a lot of jurisdictions. So what I'm doing at Exness, I'm overseeing the People Services department, so the employee life cycle, and I'm also responsible to immigrate all these people, manage their immigration process as well, ensuring that they're having a nice office to work, and they are felt included, and they feel that we have a very nice culture. So just in simple, what I'm doing. So maybe I can pass the mic to my colleague here.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, girls. I'm really excited and very nervous to be here. Even not the first time I'm seeing you. I'm working at Payabl soon, will be 5 years. I started when at Payabl was 30 people, and now we are hitting 300. So I'm very proud of our growth and our success. At Payabl, I'm leading people function, not only in Cyprus, but globally.
Ladies, from your perspective, what is Cyprus offering, basically, and is such a great place to work in tech, right? Whether it's someone coming from abroad or a local or someone who came here ages ago and wants to stay in Cyprus. So from your perspective, how do you sell the tech industry in Cyprus, let's say?
Good. Maybe I can say what they love in Cyprus, apart from the weather and the food. They also like people. So I asked a couple of colleagues before coming here, expats that have been relocated, what they liked and why they decided to come to Cyprus. They really love the fact that Cyprus gives them something that they didn't have in the past. They have a place where they can call home as well. They feel that they can express themselves. They feel that it's a part of a community that is growing. and they feel that nothing is missing currently in terms of communities, in terms of feeling part of their own society, in terms of growing professionally, because it was something that we were lacking in the past. So all these elements are something that they really love being here. And they also love the life here, which is more slow paced, it's more family oriented as well. They have opportunities to combine weekend vacations constantly, because in the past they didn't have this. So we offer them nice beaches, nice mountains, nice also opportunities to go out. So I think this is a combination of things that they liked.
So Cyprus has a package.
Yes,
It's
a package, I think, yes.
For me, it's also interesting because you both represent global companies working in different markets internationally. You have basically different offices. It's clear how you sell Cyprus, let's say, yes. But how do you sell the idea of working in the international company from Cyprus? Coming specifically here, not maybe in other places. Maybe Xenia, because you relocate more with Exness than payabl. Maybe you can go deeper into this aspect. How do you sell that this big international company? Why they chose Cyprus and they're here?
We do not hide that the headquarters of Exness are based in Cyprus, first of all. And we are not just advertise the fact that we are international. We are, because we have another 3 big offices around the world, one in Malaysia, one in South Africa, and Uruguay as well. And we are global. So for us, we don't treat Cyprus as one office, Uruguay office as a different office, or Malaysia as another office. We operate and our standards are the same globally. So our product is a global thing as well. So we do not produce a different product for the Cyprus office that is serving a different market. So for us, we are serving our clients from the offices that we operate, and we have different departments in each of these offices. For example, in Malaysia, we have mainly our customer support and client facing. In Cyprus, we have more the product development here. And we are finding ways to collaborate and to create an inclusive environment as well, where indeed it's something global. So they know that when it comes to Cyprus, they will not just come to work in a small office in Cyprus, but they are coming to work in an organization who consists out of more than 2,000 people.
Your office is not small.
Yes. No, we're not. Yes, and they know that they are coming in an organization that is not just in Cyprus, but it's global. So it's not a difficult part for us to advertise. Maybe sometimes it's difficult to advertise why Cyprus, especially when people are coming from big organizations global or from European countries. But I see that in the last few years, this is also changing. They see Cyprus in a bit different eye. But we did a lot. We did a lot to advertise Cyprus, the benefits that someone is getting when they come here.
So, of course, there are obvious practical reasons, such as EU access, strategic allocation, tax framework, also the blue cards, which we celebrated last year. And of course, from business perspective, it makes sense. But if to be honest, very rarely when people relocate here, they speak about this. When I speak with Italians who moved to Cyprus from different locations, they do not discuss the tax benefit or how it is easy to set up company here. they move here because of the quality of life. Because Cyprus is safe, first of all. It is easy to live here. As you mentioned, after the work, you have easy access to the mountain, you have easy access to the sea, you have easy access to high quality, affordable food, and you don't live on the rush pace constantly. For families, it is comfortable and safe to raise kids. For the young professionals, it is stable but not boring, with many career opportunities and without sacrificing actually your personal life. So when you see all of this, you see that it's extremely rare in Europe to have this balance. And that's why I believe Cyprus stands out.
Yes, it's true. And actually, just this week, I had a meeting with my old friends from Ukraine who relocated to Germany. And the guy works in tech. He works for Singapore company from Berlin. They got already passport even in Germany, and they're considering Cyprus as their new home and new destination because of three reasons: tax, culture, and safety.
Yes.
That culture is close, tax is incomparable for him as a tech professional working remotely, and safety, and also the war situation. They all in Europe, even in Germany, expect that something might not stop. I see the same, by the way, from Lithuania. We got many more requests from Lithuanian companies who are considering Cyprus for all the same reasons. So it's interesting that more and more European professionals are also considering Cyprus as the destination.
Yeah, but it's not only, expats, also the local people. They are going abroad to study, right? And they are coming back here because they see this difference, what life pace is somewhere else and what is here. And of course, they are choosing the balance, which is extremely rare in the world, right?
And this gets us to the exact point, very correctly mentioned by Xenia, that working from Cyprus doesn't mean that you're serving within this limited market.
Not, yeah.
You are building global companies, you're making a global product, you're working across the borders with payments, with companies, with whatever. So you are not limited at all. So those professionals who studied abroad and they're coming back, they feel that they have competitive salary, right? That they have an opportunity with amazing challenges for their personal growth, career growth, possibilities within the career ladder. Yes, and that they are not working just in the small, tiny market.
So maybe we don't need to sell Cyprus. It's just like obvious.
It depends, because even for me as a local, I mean, it was when I was young, I thought I'm just going to leave and never come back. Because when you're young and you grow up and you are in a small place, you want to explore the world, right? But then I think what you mentioned is something very important. It's a great place for families as well, especially for families. Yes. Because when you are in London working, and in London you're working in very fast pace, you go in the office and it's dark, you go out of the office and it's dark, and your children, you can't really see your children. It's a reason to think of, maybe I should just go back home where it's sunny 300 days a year, and it's a safe place, and I can go play with my kids and still have an international career without being, in a big city with big city lights and so on. So
another thing, actually, what I see, it's a gap of understanding on what tech industry it is. I mean, what are the professions? What are the possibilities for people, even with women in tech community? I mean, we can say that we're women in tech, kind of, yes? But none of us actually codes, yes. Yeah. But, I mean, we are pushing this narrative that working in tech doesn't necessarily mean that you're only programming. Maybe you can tell a little bit on both aspects, on which areas in the coding and engineering are interesting for you as big global companies, and which areas are actually, provide a lot of opportunities for people not with engineering and ICT background, not those who are supposed to get blue cards.
Limited as well. Okay, so apart from the technology roles that we are having, I will speak about Exness now, which is in Cyprus especially, those are the majority of our openings. So our openings, around 70% are related to technological positions. The rest, they are operational roles, which are roles that we can also find people from local market. We are speaking about payment operations, we're speaking about finance as well, we're speaking about legal, HR, even some positions in marketing. Those are not considered as tech roles, but still those are roles that can be fulfilled with local expertise and very strong local expertise. We see that.
I think we should mention here the reason you can not find that many technological, as you said, expertise is because the industry is very young in Cyprus, right? So it's not a traditional, tech was never a traditional path, let's say. Exactly. We've discussed with Ugne actually in a previous podcast that the traditional paths for Cyprus is always lawyer, doctor, accountant, tax. So for this reason, obviously in the past, children were not pushed towards engineering and developer and IT. So this is why we need a lot more highly skilled individuals from abroad. This is why Exness is actually relocating a lot. And but we're hoping to change this.
Yes, this is what we really aim. A story of my life, I would say, because personally, when I was a kid, we were not aware what is technology, and even our parents were promoting us. You will go to study to become a teacher.
Me too.
Yes, and even myself, I was between studying law or studying to become a teacher, right? And my parents were encouraging me to go to become a teacher. It's safer. It's more secure. Prestige, no, but it's more secure.
For a woman who's going to have children.
Yes,
so
oh my God.
Yes. That was also my story. So this is mainly the mentality that our kids were grown, and we were brainwashed a bit that this is the only safest and best option for our generation. If we had the luck to grown up with parents that they had a bit the exposure of something different, then we were lucky.
Yeah.
But the majority of us were grown with this kind of expectations. So when the tech industry came to Cyprus, of course, we were not ready to help with the supply of having educated, experienced people in the tech industry. So unfortunately, due to these circumstances, we needed to relocate. And the majority of the companies that relocated to Cyprus, they were born somewhere else. And the technologies that they born with were dedicated to some particular infrastructure. That this infrastructure was quite unique, and you cannot easily change this infrastructure, right? So to support the growth of this infrastructure, you need to relocate the expertise from the source, to say it in simple words. So how we can change a bit now and focus more on how to grow this industry here in Cyprus. We need TechIsland because we cannot really rely on governmental influence here. They are willing, from the conversations we have, they're willing, but they need a bit of extra push and guidance. So they need our guidance on how to shape a bit the new generation. As Exness, we started helping a bit, but we cannot shape or change the status quo alone. So we need allies, and TechIsland should be the unite force here. At Exness, how we started with a small initiative, getting into schools and starting having some small presentations from local people, including myself, on what is our industry, to start spreading a bit the news at schools on how they can become successful and how they can grow career in this industry, because they don't know our industry. So we started with this initiative. Another thing is that we started scholarships. So the past few years, we sponsor scholarships to great universities, to students, potential students in Cyprus. We had 16 so far. Students going to Cambridge, to Harvard, this kind of schools. And we also do for 4 years in a row internships for students to start spreading a bit the knowledge, because it was a lack of this knowledge. But we need more initiatives than that, and I hope that one day we can sit again here and discuss and review
impact.
The
And
impact.
review already the impact.
Yes.
Yes, this is amazing. Jolita, maybe you can also add some points on what we've discussed, but through your personal angle, through your personal story, how did you end up in tech industry, in fintech industry, which is rapidly growing industry and actually one of the biggest sectors in Cyprus as well?
I believe this is one of the biggest misconception, thinking that tech industry is equal developers, meanwhile, developing and engineering is just a part of this big ecosystem. And what we see today, let's say in Cyprus and especially in fintech, we see extremely strong demand for the roles like products, risk, compliance, design, customer operations, and marketing. And what we also see, and not only from us, but from also our colleagues, that the companies, they are looking not the skills which people have on paper, but they are looking the people who have strong understanding how actually those companies work in practice. And because the success comes from the people who can understand, first of all, the very unique pace of tech industry, and can understand how decisions can impact, let's say, clients, regulatory authorities, right? And in general, the business. So basically, what we're seeing the shift is not only seeing the shift in Cyprus, because Cyprus grew through last 5-7 years significantly, but this shift is actually happening globally as well. Because if you see the strong fintech, let's say, companies, they are not looking just specialists, they are actually looking the people who can connect dots. And even they are working in one function, they want that this person who is joining, like, let's say, even the people person, yes, like people experience manager, that they are coming to the company and they can connect dots with, let's say, product, with the tech, with the customer experience, that this person is not just executing the tasks, but actually has strong understanding how the role they have, the job they do, actually have the impact for the business overall. Yeah. So yeah, and talking about me, actually it was, I just been lucky that when I was looking for opportunities, that Ugna was looking for someone join payabl. So yeah, but you know, for me, fintech was like something unknown and magical, and I was learning like a child about fintech. Like basically, I was like, you know, look, you open the screen, you are buying something, it's coming the table and asking you to put some, information, yes, and this is us. You know?
Nice.
So basically, I was learning from the very, very primitive way. But also I've been, you know, very lucky because I had and I still have the colleagues who shares their knowledge from different perspectives, from different functions. So it was easy to understand fintech. But, you know, it's moving so fast that you constantly need to educate yourself about it.
Yeah, especially now with, AI transformation. Now it's not only fintech, tech, whatever. Now we're introducing completely new procedures into our roles. And your story, I hope it gives our listeners or those who will be watching us hope and believe that even if you don't know anything about fintech, you're coming into this world, and when you learn fast, when you are motivated enough to do it, it's possible. I mean, starting from zero knowledge, you are a chief people officer of
yes,
payabl.
And you know, actually, payabl is very good example, because if you see our team, the majority of our A players, they didn't come from tech, they didn't come from payments. You know, they came from different industries, but they are just being first of all brave. Ambitious, and you know, they took this challenge, they educated themselves, they've been active in the company's training, in the industry's event, and so on. And this is why they are succeeding and thriving, because you know, they've been curious and they wanted to learn, and they did it, you know, and they are still doing it, you know.
I had the same situation in 2012 when I came into venture capital. And this is also another point which I want to make, that tech industry is evolving so fast that literally every day we're having new subsectors emerging from tech ecosystem, which means that something could be completely new with the set of expectations for talent, which are not even existent on the market, which just need people with a critical skill set, with ability to learn fast and to adapt fast. And let's say to learn by doing. When I came to venture capital back then in Ukraine, it was like one venture capital fund, no accelerators, no information, no books. I studied myself finances, and we had one paragraph, you know, in the book on what is venture capital, which was complete nonsense. And it was literally learning by doing, studying all American books, whatever, watching everything what I could watch. And by that, many experts emerged in Ukraine, many funds, many accelerators, startup ecosystem grew. So this is kind of, I think, one of the paths for everyone.
Yeah, but you know, also that's why, because fintech, payments, tech industry are moving so fast. So that's why so often the companies, they are growing the talent within. You know, because things are moving so fast. So it's like the company is growing together with the talent. I believe it's the same happened in Exness,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
The same happening at payabl, and I believe in the other companies happening the same.
So if you're going to hire someone, so I'm someone who wants to work at Exness or payabl.
Payabl.
Okay. What do I have to do for you to hire me? Like, do I have to have experience in something? And first of all, do I send you my CV, or that's no, for tech company, no more CV. I want a video, or I want a.
No, don't.
Tell us about it. How do I make you notice me, Jolita?
Okay, first of all, you don't need to make me notice you. Of course, the process is very simple, like in every company, despite in which industry it is. You send your CV, maybe you have something to add, and so on, so on.
Is a cover letter still valid? Do people read cover letters?
To be honest, me not.
Okay.
I don't think so that our talent team, they are reading it, because the most important, of course, is the interview, the conversation. And, for some people, I would say, don't get upset, that maybe it wasn't so successful as we are expecting, because we are always looking, for potential. And I believe we should stop confusing the word tech with technical, because as I mentioned before, you don't need to be developer if you want to be, let's say, to do your career in fintech, or if you want to do career at payabl, because let's take payabl as an example, right? Product of payabl is empowered by technology. But in the same time, it is very strongly supported by many functions, such as people function, legal, marketing, compliance, risk, etc., etc. So the people who wants to apply for payabl, they shouldn't ask themselves like, how should I be, let's say, technical, but they should ask themselves how I can contribute to how already payabl is operating. And in the same time, I would suggest for everyone who is applying for or for payabl or for Exness or for any other company, actually to study business. To understand, for example, how payments move, how risks are managed, how the client actually is using the product, and then view your background. You don't need to lie in CV. Of course, you can use ChatGPT to make it sound, more, I don't know,
Sophisticated,
appropriate, more
relevant for the
yes,
company. Yes,
of course. But, be honest with yourself and check your background and see where you could be the best fit, in that flow which payabl or any other tech company have. So that's it. And plus, it's just, I will be very boring, just be unique. Just be yourself. Because I believe is the biggest selling card is being yourself, because this is what companies, they are looking, uniqueness in people.
I will agree. What I will add here, what we are also checking is a cultural fit as well.
Bravo, I forgot the very good point.
Yes. For us, it's very important, and especially lately when the culture is the core of our how we shape Exness. For us, it's very important to hire people that are matching our culture. Now, what is our culture? You might ask.
I have this question, because actually not many people understand what is the corporate culture, especially when in SMB and in other industries, not many companies are so focused into culture. So the definition on how you define it, because I know that in both of your companies you have maybe different corporate culture, but it's interesting, how do you define and actually create these values, and then how do you check these values in the beginning from...
We defined our culture just the past 3 to 2 years, I would say. We passed through different stages to define it. We received feedback from our people, but the cultural principles that we have concluded that are representing our organization reflect both the way that we are treating our traders and our employees. So we advertise our cultural principles. So if the candidates are interested to apply, they are already shared, so someone can go and check, and they can cross-check whether the culture principles that Exness is promoting are matching theirs. Because it's not just us choosing the candidate, but the candidate should also choose us, right?
Yeah.
So during the interview, we always check the cultural principles, and whether we think that the individual will fit the teams. It's not just the technical part of the interview, but it's also the cultural principles that they need to be checked and validated by the teams, because it's important to have a technical knowledge, and for sure is the first thing that we are checking. But the second equally important thing for us is the cultural element. We don't want people where they will have ambitious. We want people to have ambitious, of course, but we don't want arrogant people that they will come and they will say, I know better than you. We, of course, hire you because you know things, but also we have our own way of doing things. And our own way of doing things is quite unique. And we want people that they will have also the ability to understand that I came also here to share knowledge, but to gain the knowledge from the people who built this as well. So for us, it's very important, the culture as well.
So if I were to ask you if you had 5 things other than the professional skill set, right? So you're going to choose between 3 people who have the same professional skill set, and you need to check the qualities that would fit the culture. What are 5 key qualities, or let's say 3 key qualities that you would look for to match not just the culture, but to be sure that this investment you're making in this individual is going to be a good one?
We will try to understand whether we have good people apply, because one of our key principle is that we are good people. Okay, so we want to hire people that are good by heart.
Okay.
If I say simple, that they are very good by heart. Kind. Yes. So this is one of the principles that we want. People who are willing to learn. For us, it's very important that they have this ability to learn. And not just have the mentality, I know everything. Okay?
And to teach everybody around.
Due to the fact that we are constantly changing, we constantly need to have this mindset of learning and learning and learning. So this is another second important thing. It's people who also love the idea of working and with other people, that they have the understanding how it's important to succeed together, because another principle that we have is that we all succeed together. And what else I would also mention? I think those are the first 3 things that are coming in my mind now. Yes.
Do you want to share yours?
Look, at payabl, it depends on the position, because sometimes there are positions where you looking for the person, I'm not talking only about being kind and so on, but don't look for the person who is very, let's say, extrovert, right? You are looking for the introvert who works alone, because this position requires that, right? But I absolutely agree with Xenia when she's saying about that we are looking for the people who want to learn, because this industry is constant learning. So, the people who wants to join, they should be open-minded, they should be curious, and they want constantly to move. It's not stable industry, it requires constantly for you to learn. And actually it's rare to find this. And I'm very happy that you mentioned culture, because I was thinking about this, but I forgot to mention. It's very, very important thing that person would fit culture. And, because culture is something which... it's not like you build and it's done. It's constantly happening, it's like live. So if you bring someone who is actually damaging, or something is wrong with, they have a very different view how work is done, how team should be, you can damage all the culture which you built. Like every person contributes to this culture. So it's very important that if then we are talking not about the company, about the smaller teams, that all people think alike. People can be different. They can have different hobbies, different interests, different way how they are working, but the work ethic in the team should align, and that's very, very important.
Ladies, let's imagine that there is a person from FMCG, maybe it's mid-career professional or high-level professional leading many teams and dreaming about transitioning into tech from FMCG. What will you, or any other traditional industry, let's say, is it possible to transition from old school business, let's say, or traditional industries into tech, and how people, mid-career professionals, can do that?
Maybe I can go then first. Look, what we will check, because I understand it might be in some cases a bit difficult, but the reality is not, because when you have these people that they acknowledge that I'm here, where I want to be is there, how I will get there, right? So there are several ways to do so. If we see that this person understands what is the here, and they do self-education, right? They try to understand how trading industry, I will refer to Exness, works. They will start taking probably courses related to our industry. And we see that they take initiatives from their end and they present in their CV these. We will for sure consider, because it's the elements that we said that they want constantly to learn. If we see this ability of a person that is passionate to learn, willing to take the extra step, for sure it's elements of the culture that fits us.
So you will not exclude them?
No, we will not. Yes, if we see that they are taking these extra steps though, right?
Interesting.
You know,
What about
maybe
you?
I would advise for this person, because okay, I was lucky to start working in tech, but let's say if there is someone even today who is working in some other industry, just be visible and be proactive. Go to events, which TechIsland is making many. Go to join the communities. Speak with people, right? Because sometimes you don't know where is the opportunity. Maybe it's not, it's not public yet, but they are thinking, and their companies, they are not looking for the perfect candidates. They are looking for the mindset
And for the potential.
Yes,
as
for
well.
a potential as well. Because skills you can teach. It's okay. Mindset, no. So just be proactive. Yeah.
Interesting.
Very good thing about community, because if someone doesn't know the industry but they want to open some doors, there are opportunities to open these doors, right?
Exactly.
And TechIsland gives this opportunity, so they need to be open-minded as
Yeah.
well and have open eyes.
Yeah, true. What about upskilling? Do you believe in the upskilling, reskilling, and all these trendy things, trendy topics?
I can give you an example, which I'm very proud of.
Sure.
I'm also managing the fleet in my company. I suppose everyone sees our cars.
No.
Okay, so
Payabl also has.
yeah.
I heard it's better.
They're nice. So one of my fleet guys came to us and said that, look, I want to not continue forever being a fleet administrator. I want to explore more opportunities. So either I would do it with Exness, within Exness, or I will search something else. I really appreciated the honesty. And of course, I said, you will not do it somewhere else, you will do it here. And we have this system at Exness where we allow and we encourage our people to go and see how others are working. We have a short-term internal assignment, we call it STIA, where people can be appointed for a period of time to work in a different team while they are still doing their job, or a combination of both, to explore how other teams are working. And this guy wanted to go and work with our AFC.
What is this?
It's more on our trading and how we detect fraud, let's say. Quite challenging, is our core of our business. And he went.
This is brave.
He went.
Very
He was
brave.
very. This is the culture thing that I'm telling you, of constantly want to learn. He went. He spent time, even during his off time, during his weekends. He studied. He applied, and he recently just moved to this department.
Wow.
From fleet administrator.
Wow. Congratulations to him and to you
So
as
this
a
is the thing.
manager.
So
And
we are doing it, and we are encouraging our people to do so, and we are encouraging upskilling, everything that you just described within Exness. We want them to stay, and we want them to explore other things, and we have almost 40% of our hirings are happening internally, from people who are
So
moving.
promotions.
Yes.
Okay.
Promotions,
Moving
changing,
from department
yes,
to department.
Yes, it's just change of career. Yes.
Xenia, I want to hire this former fleet administrator
Don't you dare!
because I think I could find him space in the rest department. Actually, it's very nice, and congratulations, because I know how much internal moves actually is important, because it can be an amazing person, but just in the wrong place in the company, and then when they move to the new position, they are thriving.
We had also examples in my team where they were doing HR operations. They were doing good, but they moved department within people division. They moved to learning and development. They moved to total rewards, and it's the same thing that you just said. They thrive.
Yeah.
Did they initiate themselves this movement? Let's say, did they realize by themselves that it would be better for them, they will feel more happier, fulfilled, whatever, in this specific department? Or was it
Both. Combination.
Combination.
A combination. So
somebody from their supervisors, managers realized that
there is an opportunity somewhere else, or they understand that maybe they completed a circle and they want to explore something else. And we have this supportive system where we prepare the candidate, let's say, to transition to a new role for this internal mobility. And we have also this transition period. So we have the flexibility to play with this. And it is something that our people really appreciate, that we give them opportunities within.
I want to ask about different stages. As Tanya said that, somebody wants to change, but what about, does age matter in our sector? Because I think everybody assumes that tech is very young, right? So most people are in their 20s, 30s, then I don't know, maybe in their 40s they're old already. I don't know, I'm just saying. So I want to ask you that if somebody who is in their 40s, let's say, and decides that I'm 40, it's okay.
Seniors, like people, absolutely not, because if we see our age range, it goes from early 20s, like 20, 21, I believe, our youngest employee, and the most senior is 50 above.
Okay.
So there is no. I don't think that we see age. I know how it sounds, very LinkedIn vibe, there is no age. There is age, of course, but is it important to execute the job? I don't think so.
Okay, do you see the difference between work ethics of
Yes,
Gen
yes,
Z
yes,
and
yes,
millennials?
Because everybody's talking about
Yes,
this, and
everybody
it's like
joking about
yeah,
this.
and on some level, I'm actually I feel lucky to be a millennial because we have better ethics. Apparently, that this is what they say. I'm not saying it, but you know. So, do you see this difference?
I will go to the first part of your question, whether age matters. When you have the right qualities, and especially I will emphasize on the culture, then it doesn't matter. So what it matters is the qualities that you have, that you are willing to learn, that you are understanding how important is this working together is. So if you have the right mindset, the age, regardless if you are 20 or if you are 50 plus, it doesn't matter. So I think
Even for a career change, right? So let's say you have a 45, 50-year-old teacher and decides, I want to go into tech. If they're willing.
and if we see this kind of mindset, then it won't matter.
It won't matter.
It won't matter.
Yeah. I always tell the story of my uncle who, when he was 70 years old, he got his third bachelor in law.
Wow.
He was a physics teacher, then he got another bachelor, I don't remember what, and then he decided when he was 70 to why not? I'll get a law degree. So this is the kind of people, I assume, that we're talking about, that age doesn't matter.
No.
And they can work with you until they're 90.
Yeah.
let's say.
Yes.
Okay, coming back to generation difference, do you feel it in work ethics of younger generation than us?
I know that lately many people speak about this, and
Yes.
you know, we are talking from a bit negative perspective about the younger peers. Okay, me, I'm very lucky. I'm working with a very young team, and I don't know why, because maybe I'm the monster at work, you know, and putting a lot of rules and very disciplined. Somehow we are very okay, you know, I don't see those issues. But maybe I see differences the most during the interviews, you know, for example, how younger colleagues, they are coming prepared to the interview. For example, that they have audacity to smoke IQOS during the interview.
Really? Wow.
Wow.
Is it? Wait. Do you see this in other countries as well, or only in Cyprus?
Is, you know, we are interviewing internationally, right?
Yes, yes.
Or that it's okay to be late for interview, which is not surprising at all. Or, you know, that they are not coming to the interview and they don't bother even to give heads up. This is a bit, you know, unusual for the lady like in my age. So yeah, so there is difference. But you know what I really like in Gen Z? That they are so, I don't know, maybe it is silly, but I'm jealous for that they are so brave, you know. They can change the path so fast because they will see some idea and they will want to execute it, you know. Maybe it's youth, I don't know. But I really like this drive for life for them, you know.
No
More
limit.
risky.
Yeah.
More risky, yes. And that, you know, they can make decisions and changes very fast just because of the very small improvement, which, you know, our generations, we are more loyal, you know. If, you know, we want to stay, we want to stable and so on. And the younger peers, they, you know, they can change their life like this. And for me, this is, you know, like nice and inspiring. I'm too old for that already, but yeah.
But maybe they don't have kids. Maybe that's also that's why they can change everything, you know.
Wait, let's see how it will be.
Yes.
Actually, the same, I would say. We don't have so many Gen Z working with us. I hope that soon we will change a bit this approach. But what I saw so far is exactly what you have said, that they are very brave. I also admire this fact, because we were very skeptical about everything.
We've been very disciplined
Yes,
and
yes.
very, I would say, you know, me myself, I've been like risk that I need to be scared about many things. You know, I should respect authority. I should respect the system. I should obey. You know,
Yes.
I should prove
More careful.
myself.
Yes.
Yes, and then ask for something. And in general, maybe I shouldn't ask for something. I should wait when I will be,
But it's
recognized.
also gender thing, ladies.
I was going to say, yeah,
Yes.
maybe this is also the
Maybe, yes.
It's also gender thing, because if we talked a lot in women in tech events, both with men and women, that is completely different way of approaching things from career perspective and self-assessment and the confidence that women are always try to prove themselves even more, and men can go a little bit unprepared and feel safe and sure, and they're
Didn't think about this.
yeah.
Our mind works
differently.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, but
more
this
complex.
is, but this is also a benefit for companies. I mean, having more women means women think more strategically in a way of long term. Yes, maybe they take less risks, but it means that for a company that the outcome could be better. They can. They can see maybe the future a little bit better, because they try to make it gradually, all the steps. Yeah. But it's also interesting, we spoke about the generational thing, but we are a podcast about locals and expats working together, living together, and both companies and many companies, members of TechIsland, have very diversified community and employees, and we try to build a community which has a lot of diversity, many nationalities. So how does this work in the company? Do you feel the difference not in cultural, in values aspect, but in really cultural things, traditional things? How do you help people from different countries working in the same office to be on the same page, to feel the unity, to feel that, I mean, we're all humans?
Especially in our organization, we really value communities. I know you mentioned apart from communities, but apart from this kind of communities of TechIsland, we have also our internal communities.
Can you explain what do you mean, like communities within the organization?
Yes, we have a lot of communities in terms of sailing community, sports community, a football community, tennis community.
So interest based on personal interest.
Based on personal interest, yes. And we people are joining these communities regardless of their nationalities, of course. So this creates the sense of belonging, right? And we also really much work on integrating our experts in Cyprus as well. So we have initiatives like supporting Greek language. We have initiatives where we show the history of Cyprus. We are taking them to make halloumi. We're taking them to see some historical places. We have quizzes about Cyprus. We are making competitions between Cypriots and experts about Cyprus history. Surprisingly, their experts are winning.
Yeah, because they have it more fresh in their mind. Come on.
Oh, this is your excuse.
So we are doing number of activities, a number of initiatives to integrate them smoothly. And I also asked this question to a couple of expats colleagues just to understand what they appreciated, because it's obvious what we appreciate as locals from the foreigners, right? Because they're coming from global organizations, exposure. What they appreciate while they're coming is that they see Cyprus and they love Cyprus from our eyes as well. If they were coming only and being part of a company that is employing only foreigners, they wouldn't have the same feeling and the same love towards this country. And the fact that they loved Cyprus and they are loving Cyprus is because they see it from our eyes. And we see as well people that are coming first time in Cyprus. It's very difficult for them to say hi, to say good morning when they are entering a room. And we see them after a couple of months that this hesitation, it's removed. And they are becoming a part of this Cyprus culture as well, where we are more open, we're more loud, we're friendly. So they really love this kind of culture.
An opportunity to express themselves freely
Yes,
and their
yes.
inner selves, and maybe their even inner child, if I dare to say. Yes.
So it's something that they really like being part of Cypriot culture environment, I would say.
What about the Cypriots?
Yeah, I also wanted to say you
Like,
skipped
yes,
this part
I will tell you.
what locals appreciate
Yes.
from expats, but
But I would then emphasize on what locals appreciate from the expats. I just mentioned in brackets, but for me, I would use the example of myself. I was working mainly in local companies that were considered big even, but not international, right? And having the opportunity to work with colleagues that they were working in big organizations with 10,000 of people, international, because mainly we relocate such calibers, right? That their exposure was very big. It's a knowledge for us. It's a constant knowledge of sharing and understanding different point of views and how big organizations work. Exchanging of this kind of view, it's massive for us, especially for people that they were not exposed to this in the past. Different views on different approaches. So it's very nice to have this exchange of knowledge. What we appreciate as well is the respect, because we see that people really respect Cyprus, especially
Maybe not even respect, loves, because we consider our home here as well.
Yes,
and this
true.
is something that we really appreciate, the fact that it's not just say it, you just not just say that you love, we see that you love, we see that you want to build your families here, to make your life here. It's something I think they really appreciate,
to
locals.
make Ireland better and
Better.
yes, improve it in all the ways. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, I agree. I personally, I feel like for me, even as a child, the mix of different cultures has always been something fascinating, because I feel like it makes you more creative. Because when you work with people who think differently because they grew up differently, you immediately open your lens and see things in a different way and understand that, okay, I know how to do this like this, but actually it can be done like this as well, and this and this. So I feel like it's actually a way of helping you to grow as a professional as well. And this goes both ways, right?
And maybe it's not about the blending cultures, it's about the creating the shared one.
Yes, of course. Actually, this is a great one. I love it. I'm going to use it somehow.
Yes,
Thank you.
can quote me.
I'm also thinking that meeting so many different people from different cultures and nationalities, it's kind of like you're traveling with
Yes,
this.
yes, within a small island.
Within a small
Yes.
island.
I think you capture exactly the thing. Personally, myself, I really feel that I'm not working in Cyprus sometimes. I feel that I'm working
In the world.
Yes,
in the world,
yes, in a global scene
Yes,
somehow.
yes.
And it's making me upset because sometimes, when you speak with the people who are living abroad and they never been in Cyprus, when you say, oh, I live in Cyprus, they think, oh, it's an island, like. And, and I'm like, excuse me, we have international companies, the size you cannot imagine, so it's like making me a bit upset when people don't appreciate Cyprus or when people don't know Cyprus and they have opinion about it.
This is kind of a challenge which you just take and you start being an ambassador and promoting Cyprus. It's true. And what I see from all of my bubble, all of this circle of expats and locals that we're starting even telling and selling Cyprus to all of our friends abroad.
And this should be also a message to Cypriots who are still abroad, because the government, as we all know, are trying to to bring more of those Cypriots who left in the past and are doing great careers there. You can do it here. You can come back home.
100%. 100%.
So
yes, and the tech industry is growing, and every year just more and more, and definitely.
No, last 5 years have been really significant. The growth we have, the initiatives, programs which happened is really very significant, very big.
And where do you see it going from here?
Just growing and succeeding. It's just what I would like to see, let's say, in the close future, that, for the moment we have our focus is to attract the talents, right? We have initiatives like relocation packages, tax benefits, easy access to the work permit, and so on and so on. But I feel a bit lack of attention and focus to the people who are here already building, who are contributing to this beautiful island. So it would be nice, to have this, to appreciate what we already have, because we have a strong foundation here, right? So we need to nurture that. And from my personal perspective, I'm hoping that in few years, me and my colleagues will have possibility to use, digital modern platforms in English related to tax, social insurance, and labor law. So so this is what I'm hoping, and if to be honest, I truly believe that we are going there.
And if you want to listen on what are the updates and progress on digital transformation, you can listen to our episode with Nicodemus Deneanu, minister, who updated us on all of this. We will not tell.
Are you promoting your podcast?
I will continue where you started, because it's a very good statement. It's obvious that this will continue to grow, okay? But we need to create the infrastructure that will help the new generation understand what is this and what we mean about this. There is a very big gap currently in Cyprus in terms of how our students understand our industry and how our students understand what are the professions that really make the impact and really are needed. So we need to create more initiatives in order to enter into schools and spread this knowledge, especially to public schools, because now we see that private schools are growing so much, and kids in private schools, they will be always having the privilege of having more exposure towards what's next, in contrast to the kids that are attending public schools, and they will not have this exposure. So let's concentrate. If it's something that TechIsland can lead, that would be amazing, and I'm sure that Exness can also support. Let's get into the schools to help the new generation understand how they can grow into this. And we also want to focus on growing young people, because one day we need to stop relocating, right? But we need to grow the talents here. So priority should be how to grow the talents from here.
And keep them.
And
Keep them
and
here.
keep them.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Indeed. On this positive note, I want to thank you both for this very amazing conversation. And thank you, Payabl, for powering this podcast. And yes, I hope to a second season.
See you soon.